Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into a sun-drenched Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field for today's matchup featuring the 1-0 Golden Bears from Eveleth-Gilbert and our 3-0 Proctor Rails. Ted Kiefert along with Tim Roweeder, Hunter Kiefert, and Bernice Childers bringing you today's broadcast. Tim, how are you? Welcome back to the booth.
Yeah, there's that big shiny thing in the sky for the first time in about a week and a half.
But let's make sure we don't talk about it too much because you'll scare it away.
Right.
So, you missed a great doubleheader this last weekend as you were preparing some things for school for the rest of this year and next year. We had a doubleheader that allowed the Rails to go 2-0. What do you got for us over there? You're peering at stats.
I believe, aren't we 3-0?
Yes, that's what I said. Well, I said
2-0.
I said over the weekend we went 2-0.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
We are through at 3-0 coming into today.
You know, that's one of the reasons I need to be here is just to make sure you're accurate and check on you, make sure. You know, you're giving the people the right news.
Like a mic check?
Mic check.
Mic check. Very cool. Well, let's talk a little bit about our current Rails team. Didn't get to see much of a season or a season at all last year due to COVID. Coming in this year, a much younger team than what we've had in years past with your lone starting or two lone starting seniors on the starting offense right now in J.C. Lind and Kenzie Gunderson, who are two of your captains, and then also Maddie Walsh, sophomore captain, coming in. Maddie Walsh is on fire.
Yeah, I mean, any baseball or softball or anything, it all starts with pitching. And Maddie Walsh on the mound or on the what do you call it? The
bump.
The bump. Well, that's not really a bump in softball. It's anyway, having her out there leading the way. ERA is minuscule, one walk. Throwing strikes. I mean, that's the key to the game in terms of getting, letting your defense stay active, especially in the spring when it's cold like this. Keeping them into the game and throwing strikes, getting them to hit the ball. And, I mean, really, she's not even getting them to hit the ball. They're swinging by it. 39 strikeouts. There's
a lot of standing around. We watched a bit of standing around in Game 1 on Saturday with Two Harbors. You could tell Two Harbors also a 1-0 team. Hadn't seen a lot of action. And, of course, about an hour north of us, 50 minutes north of us, much colder, probably don't have the field to get ready on.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that they came really early. Eveleth-Gilbert did, did probably get some work in on a field that is outside and on the turf here and taking advantage of that opportunity. And hopefully they will, or to them, hopefully they're able to get some work done to get ready for today's game.
Absolutely. So we have a 1-0 Golden Bears team coming in. The Rails now taking the field for warm-ups. You talk about Maddie Walsh, having that, it starts with pitching. And we, because we know that defense wins, offense wins games, defense wins championships. But right now also when we start talking about hitting with this Rails team, it's big also. You have three players above the 350 mark with Presley Anila leading the way, hitting 500. I know the season's early, but still hitting 500. J.C. Lind at 444 and Annika Burke at 375. That's a pretty good stat line to have 3 of your 9 rocking and rolling.
Well, and they're not, in today's lineup, you'll look and see that they're not all stacked right next to each other. They're producers throughout the lineup and the other players getting on base for them to knock them in. And, that's one thing about this roster. It's pretty strong up and down the order with hitting. And you add that to that Maddie Walsh with pitching. It's close to a complete package as you can find.
Absolutely, and you go back to Maddie for just a minute. We talk about the pitching. The one thing I didn't know about softball was that there's not a pitch count or a game days of rest and stuff, and found that out on Saturday. And so as Coach Joyce, the conversation that Coach Joyce and I had on Saturday was, as long as Maddie's saying her arm's good, they're going to rock and roll. And you did kind of see with that doubleheader set up on Saturday that towards the mid to the later innings of that second game, you could tell that all those pitches were starting to take a toll because of being back-to-back like that. Game 1, only 2 times did Maddie Walsh come close to a full count. And then, within the third inning of that second game, she had 2 or 3 already. So, just I know there's no pitch count, but, you've been around it longer than I. At what point do they start to get concerned in that?
Well, I mean, I coached baseball for a long time, and obviously that's a huge concern is just pitching and pitch counts and stuff. So it's nice to be able to throw the same person out there game in and game out, especially someone as solid as Maddie. And, with that comes also some familiarity and continuity with your catcher. And Bailey Peterson kind of getting her first year of catching action, and to be able to get to know Maddie and kind of her pitches and what they do will only get better throughout the season.
Absolutely. Well, we are just about a minute away from what is scheduled to be game time, which we're definitely not going to make. So let's quickly make sure that we remember to thank our sponsors, Heritage Window and Door over in Superior, Wisconsin, Wood's Trailer Sales, Esco, Troy Service Center in downtown Proctor. Is there a downtown Proctor? Main Street Proctor. Yeah. Tamarack Building Supplies, Highway 53 in Hermantown, the Rob and Barb Schaller Charitable Foundation, the Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, Great Lakes Office Solutions also over in Superior, the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Art, Academic, and Athletic Development, Audiology Concepts with 5 locations in Superior, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Edina, and Burnsville, and Stream Dudes. LendSmart Mortgage also on there.
Yeah, on my way here, I almost got caught in that rush hour traffic in downtown Proctor. I had to take a shortcut to get to the park on time here, so.
That one stoplight,
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, well, people ask me all the time, will you ever move back down to the cities? And I say no, and they say why? I say because the longest rush hour hit without construction, even on Central Entrance, is about 3.5 minutes.
Yep.
And you can get pretty much anywhere you need to go. So right now we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back after a word from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
For yesterday.
If we all don't mask up, we will continue to have to perform in front of empty auditoriums.
If we all don't mask up, we will continue to have to play in front of empty gyms.
If we all don't mask up, we will continue to have to compete in front of empty stands.
If we don't all mask up, we will again not be able to celebrate our graduation in person.
If we don't all mask up, showing up will not be an option. So,
mask up to show up.
Welcome back to Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. Getting ready here for the announcement of starting lineups. Again, the 1-0 Golden Bears facing off with our 3-0 Proctor Rails. Tim, you were going to, we had the, well, let me phrase, not we, you, because we split the duties in the winter season. You had the privilege and honor to call the games, all the home games this year at the St. Luke Sports and Event Center for the Mirage. Talk with us just a little bit about how you feel that, not how it ended up, but just your feelings of being in there, less crowds, but yet still those parents and the fans that were there bringing that energy, and then that led to that state championship.
Well, you could tell from game one that this was a special team this year, just in how they prepare and how they executed their game plan every game, and talking to Coach Stauber, just kind of doing their thing, not worrying about what the other team's doing, and that was evident every game, and they showed that dominance throughout the year, and so I wasn't surprised when they went down to St. Paul and, played well. Knocking off War Road and Gentry is, not to say that was necessarily a surprise either, but it was not a given. But, it's fun in a school like Proctor to now see some of those girls now transfer some of that energy and excitement to the softball diamond and in other activities. Just that leadership. You got to believe that experience of playing for a state championship and being in big games like that can only help the softball team here with some of the girls that were in that game, and that experience overall. Because this softball team here that we have at Proctor this year is young, but it's pretty strong.
Very talented team across the board. Whether as you look and there were some things a couple years ago when Coach Joyce brought up some of the younger players, to get them ready to be in these types of situations. Maddie Walsh being one of those players. Now when we can look back and hopefully everybody sees that it was for the betterment of the high school team. And, that is, like you said, comes right through from those girls who played on that Mirage team that are here currently. Just to be able to see the athleticism that we have here, even with sitting out for a year, basically last year,
right.
Is pretty exciting to see this team jump out to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, and it should be a good game today against the Golden Bears, 1-0 after defeating Mountain Iron Buell in their first game. So we'll see kind of what they have to offer, and hopefully Maddie can pitch another good game, and the Rails can get the bats going again.
Absolutely. Right now we got our plate meeting that looks like it's just about to get done. I am not sure. I'm thinking maybe it is Derek Prendo that's over there doing the in-house PA duties. We are mic'd up out here by the football field press box for those of you who have been to Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. And we will try to get enough sound so that you can hear him do the starting lineups for both teams. But I'm ready to get this game underway.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in spring Proctor, Minnesota.
40.
Shining.
I had 47.
Good wind off the lake. 47?
That's what I had. Wow. 47.
State was 70 in here, right? 65?
It's probably something close to that. I got the window open because it was the heat from the sun does bake this place pretty well. Also want to make sure we thank our students that are working tonight, as without them we don't have a program. Bernice Childers up on our camera. Going to miss her after this season with the time that she has put in with the program for the last 3 years. And then, of course, we have Hunter Kiefit here, who is running our score widget and our going to jump in every now and again on the mic as he prepares himself to take my job.
Hunter, mic check. Hunter.
Got to do mic check. We got to make sure it works.
Other side.
Hi.
Oh, come on.
Hello.
I don't have you.
I don't either.
That's crazy. So we have to get that figured out. Go again.
Hello.
I think that was intentional.
I know why it is. All right, now do it.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey, there he is.
Hunter Kiefit in the house. Oh, we have somebody over there announcing. Let's see if we can bring that in here. It's crazy when the wind stops, he's clear.
Yeah.
Maddie Walsh. Playing short, number 3, Nate Rodberg. Playing left field, number 14, Presley Anala. Playing right field, number 19, MJ Gunderson. Playing third base, number 8, Annika Burke. Playing second base, number 23, Abby Hansen. And batting ninth, first baseman, number 11, Sophie Morendo. Trails are coached by Bud Joyce, Pat Walsh, and Wendy Gunderson.
So back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field, there were your starting lineups for the Golden Bears: Roberts, Lottiger, Delich, Thompson, Kemp, Thean, Baudette, Anderson, and Westby, with Anna Westby catching. And then for your Rails: Peterson, Lind, Walsh, Rodberg, Anila, Gunderson, Burke, Hansen, and Perendo. The same lineup that we saw in a doubleheader on Saturday.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Maddie Walsh starts here, attacking the zone. You know, a key in any game like baseball or softball with pitching is first pitch strikes, getting ahead in the count, getting the batter playing a little defensive, and let's see if Maddie can jump ahead in the count right away.
Absolutely, and we are about to get underway. So Afton Roberts to the plate. Oh, we got time called already as the coach is wanting to get to the third base coach's box. So just waiting on the coach to get in place, and we are now going to get underway as Walsh delivers the first pitch for a strike. It's going to be one of those days where the umpire is just a little bit delayed.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought about it or if that's a normal call.
Goes upstairs for a ball, 1-1. So there you go, Tim, talking about that first pitch strike, and right out the gate, Walsh puts it in there.
Nice pitch there.
1-2 the count. Walsh to Roberts.
Not sure what the pitching repertoire is for Maddie Walsh. I'm going to have to talk to her at lunch one of these days just to find out what pitches she throws.
Ball high and outside. Goes 2-2.
Well, in baseball or softball, you want to be strong up the middle. You got Bailey Peterson strong behind the plate. Maddie obviously pitching. Peyton Rodberg at short. J.C. Lind in center. I mean, so the Rails are well equipped defensively up the middle, along with, I believe, Hansen at second.
Yep, Abby Hansen at second. That pitch high for a ball works the count full. Saturday she had a couple of these, and she worked them just like that and threw that fastball to get that K. So Walsh adding to her total of Ks on the season at 40. Coming to the plate is Lauren Lottiger, the second baseman for the Golden Bears. Pitch just a bit high for a ball. In the first few innings for these Rails, Tim, we especially, I mean, even through Saturday's doubleheader, took an inning or, in the first game with Two Harbors, the Agates got a runner on right away, but it was still, only a 4-batter inning in the early goings of both those games, and it was tough for either team to get a runner on.
Yeah, looking at Lottiger, she's coming in 2 for 4 in that first game against Mountain Iron Beals, so look for her to find something to put in play here.
So 2-1 the count now. Walsh fires strike.
Nice pitch on the outside corner. Nice job by Bailey Peterson as well to really stick that pitch to, a lot of times the the ball takes the catcher's glove sometimes. And
yeah, she does a nice job framing. That ball high and outside, almost got away. Runs count full again. Walsh now. One she likes, fires. And again, gets the batter to swing for a K.
So Hunter's got that K meter up on the top by the score. Maddie now at 2.
So 2 down here, top of the first inning. Walsh working. Delivers. Strike called.
Going against the
Lydia Delich.
Going against the Golden Bear pitcher here. Delich 3 for 4 in that first game against Mountain Iron Buell with 3 runs scored. Fall back. Quickly 0-2.
First batter of the day that she's in front of. Gets her sign. Now the fires. Low for a ball. 1-2 the count.
Good off-speed pitch there. Nice job by Delich to just be patient there. Nice pitch.
And rings her up looking is Walsh, and that adds another one of the totals. So 3 up, 3 down here on a 14-pitch inning.
Yeah, nicely done. Again, you know, you want your defense to be involved, but if you can, I guess, take it yourself, that's fine too. You know, we always used to strive for that 3-pitch inning. You know, if we could be efficient and get in the dugout again, you know, that was always important. And Walsh does a nice job, 14 pitches, and takes care of business.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base at the end of a half an inning. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this. And back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field, 0-0 going into the bottom of the first. I want to thank everyone for joining us, to the Proctor faithful and to the Golden Bear fans that have joined us also. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you and are super happy that we're able to bring this medium to you, especially during this time when it's cold. Notice I didn't say COVID. I just said it's cold.
We're outside. You know,
we're not.
Well, yeah, right. The players are outside, sun-drenched.
This is the most sun I have seen on Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field since I cannot remember when. I've been out here for a bunch of different things, from different practices and helping get things set back up for the broadcast season over here at Egerdahl and stuff like that. It's really nice to be able to see it, but at the same time, super muddy. Not on our field, of course, but super muddy.
Well, it'll be Peterson, Lind, and Walsh leading the charge here in the first inning for the Rails. Bailey Peterson, the catcher, takes the gear off, gets ready for her first at-bat.
Ball 1 into the dirt.
There's no dirt.
I was waiting for Hunter to say that the other day. So 1-0. Takes ball 2.
We'll see if Peterson can take advantage of being ahead in the count. Get something in the gap.
Inside, ball 3.
Good patience there. You know, you're up 2-0. Looking for that fat fastball or whatever right down the middle, and Delich came with the off speed, and Peterson, nice job of laying off.
So 3-0 now. Fires in. Looks at strike 1. So Delich now winds, fires, and runs the count full, 3-2.
Another good pitch there by Delich. You know, that was a fastball count. You know, Peterson looking for that, and goes with, again, another off-speed pitch.
Ball in play. And they'll make the play. 1-3 put out for the Golden Bears. Then coming to the plate, it'll be J.C. Lind. Lind, one of our big hitters, in at 444 on the season in this early 3-game season. Ball pushed out to left field, and bounces, and Lind will get on again. So first pitch hit there, Tim.
Yeah, and actually, nice job by J.C. Lind there. You know, Bailey Peterson went full count against Delich, which you want to do as a leadoff hitter. Make her throw a lot of pitches to see everything. And Delich fell behind 3-0 in that first at-bat against Peterson, so Lind knew that she's going to probably come with something right away to get ahead, and she jumped on it to get that single.
Now Maddie Walsh, pitcher, puts that one in play, but down the left field line, foul. And she'll get to reset and do it again.
Yeah, nice job by Bailey Peterson in that leadoff spot, making Delich work, and again giving the rest of the team an opportunity to see what's in her arsenal there, and you can see they're looking to jump on things early.
So Delich fires, delivers, big swing is Walsh. Walsh trying to help herself out, get things started here. 0-2 on the count. High for a ball, and on the steal is Lind, and she'll get there. So J.C. Lind, the senior captain, with a stolen base.
A couple things happened there. Not only did you see what Delich's strikeout pitch is, that little floater, but nice job by Lind to know that she's probably going to come with something off speed to get a good jump.
Ball all the way out. Home run hit by Maddie Walsh, helping herself out.
2-run shot.
So Walsh to help herself out, not only starting the inning out with three up, 3 down, but also hitting a home run and 2 RBI.
Yeah, that was kind of a no-doubter. Off the bat, it looked like, you know, even the outfielders kind of just jogged at it, looking up and just seeing that it cleared the fence by quite a bit.
Coming to the plate now, the shortstop, number 3, Peyton Rodberg.
Yeah, for Delich, it doesn't get any easier now.
It does not. Ball put in play all the way out to the left center, taking a bit to get it in, and that'll be a double for Rodberg. Yeah,
again, both you know, Rodberg, Lind, and Walsh all tried to jump on that first pitch, and Rodberg really hit that one well, squared it up, and sent it to the fence.
Coming to the plate is going to be the left fielder, number 14, Presley Anola. Down and outside for a ball.
Yeah, what those last three at bats have done now is made Delich not, you know, she's going to have to try to do something different in the first couple pitches, which is going to cause her to fall behind in counts and give us even more advantage. So nice job by the top of the order.
Foul ball right side. Goes 1-1 to count on Anola. Runner at second is Rodberg. High foul ball, and that's going to get a pass ball, and Rodberg will move up.
Yeah, backstop right there. So I don't know that Rodberg's going to be able to score on a pass ball here at Egerdahl here.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit on Saturday. That's definitely way different than 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Delich now fires. And strike called. So now Anola with a 2-2 count. Delich fires. Ball put into play. And that's caught in the center field, but tagging at third is Rodberg. So Anna will get an RBI doing her job moving the runner, and it'll be 2 down.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Anila knowing the situation, got a runner 60 feet away from scoring. So get something either to the middle of the infield, right side, or out in the outfield to get a tag up. So nice job there. Good team softball there.
Coming to the plate, the right fielder, number 19, Kenzie Gunderson, who takes ball 1 on the first pitch. Again, Kenzie Gunderson, one of the Mirage players. State championship Mirage players, I should be saying. Delich fires. Kenzie with a big swing, wanted all of it for a strike.
And again, we're seeing Delich now trying to hit the corners and throw a little off speeds in those first pitches, knowing that the rails are ready to come up swinging.
Foul ball called. So 1-2 now, the count to Gunderson. Gunderson going to be safe at 1.
You got to call it E5, right?
Exactly.
So that's not something you want to do with this Rails team, is give them extra outs. So that was an opportunity for Delich to get out of the inning, and a good hard hit ball down the line, and the third baseman couldn't handle it clean. So speed by Gunderson gets her on.
Annika Burke now at the plate for the Rails, the third baseman. 0-1 the count. Delich delivers. Ball put into play. Right side. And making the throw. Going to be a 6-3 put out for the Golden Bears. I need to get a stats person.
3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left on.
Thanks.
Hey, I am your stats person, man.
Okay. As he said, 3-3, 1-1. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back into Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. Ted Kiefit, Tim Roweeder, Hunter Kiefit, and Bernice Childers here for Rails TV. Thank you for joining us at the end of 3-0 Rails. And coming to the plate is going to be the left fielder, number 22, Ava Thompson for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Thompson in that first game, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored against the Mountain Iron Buell, I think for the Rangers, right?
I believe so. First pitch strike called from Maddie Walsh. Walsh fires, delivers, hops high, but gets the batter to go, and 0-2 quickly on the count.
Yeah, Maddie's doing a nice job of making these Golden Bear hitters guess. They're just trying to just swing the bat at it to get any type of contact they can, so she's totally in control.
High and outside, good mix for a ball 1. Can't give away all your secrets, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that rise ball seems to be Maddie's strikeout pitch, but she hasn't been able to control it very much today. Bailey Peterson's had to stretch quite a bit, a few times, just to get in the glove.
So 2-2 the count. Walsh fires and delivers. out right field, going to bounce, and there's going to be the first hit for the Golden Bears. And running to second is Thompson with a double.
So good piece of hitting there, a 2-2 count, and Walsh, left one out over the plate, and Thompson does a nice job of extending, hitting the opposite way. That's two-strike hitting. Let it get deep in the zone, and use your quick hands to slap it the other way if it's a strike.
And coming to the plate, the first baseman, number 24, Emily Kemp. Ball low and in for a ball. I should say pitch low and in for a ball. Outside, ball 2.
Kemp had 2 RBIs in that first game of the year, 1 for 1 at the plate, so she got an RBI situation here. Try to get the Golden Bears back in the game.
Big swing, wanted it all. Goes 2-1. Strike 2, swinging. So 2-2 the count. Walsh delivers. Foul ball on the first base side.
Yeah, that one had way too much at the plate for a 2-2 pitch. Walsh will want to either elevate it or get it down in the zone. So instead of being right waist high down the middle, she got away with one there.
And swinging on is strike 3 is Kemp. And that'll be the first out of the top of the second inning. Coming to the plate, the shortstop, Brooke Thean. First pitch called a strike. See, if I'm quiet long enough, I can hear him. His mechanics are slow, but I can hear the umpire. 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball.
You can even hear the mitt. Hear the
slap of the leather.
Yeah. It's a good sound. I like it.
You know what sound is even better than that?
No, I don't.
my driver crushing a golf ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right down the middle of the woods.
I was just going to say. I didn't say it went into the fairway. It was just crushed. So 1-2 the count now. And foul tip.
Now they say swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
It'll be a 1 or 2-3 put out, and Thompson will advance to third on that.
So 2 outs now, and to the plate, the right fielder, Anna Baudette.
So Thompson 90 feet away from getting the Golden Bears on the board after the Rails had a 3-run bottom of the first.
Strike call on the first pitch. Foul ball down the first base side down to the bullpen there. 0-2. Walsh, 0-2.
That's where you want it. 2 strikes right there.
Get her to try to swing on it.
Swing right over the top. That down and in pitch, or you elevate it.
So 1-2 now. I think she scared the ump. Fouled back. Stay alive is Baudette. So 2-2 the count. Runner at third. Walsh fires high upstairs, and another ball fouled off to the right side. That's the one thing I had an issue with this last weekend, was getting my rights and my lefts right, because I'm pretending like in my head I'm watching it the right way, but here I'm not. That was tough. Walsh to fire. Ball in play. That's to the second baseman, to Hansen to first, and that'll do it. So 4-3 put out of Baudette. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one left on base. I was waiting for you to say it.
I didn't want to steal your thunder, man.
No, there's no thunder there, trust me.
I saw you trying to do math. It was, a struggle.
There was no math on that one. There was only one hit, so
well,
it was all right.
Yeah, you had to use your fingers still.
And my toes. So, man, you're just mean. Now, end of 1.5. We're sitting at 3-0 Rails. Coming up, leading off the inning are going to be the 8-9-1. So, Abby Hansen, Sophie Perreno, and then back to the top of the order with Bailey Peterson. And just wanted to touch base for those fans that check out railstv.net for our schedule, our play, because of some auditorium things have been pushed back. When are we going to be doing the play now? May
7th, 8th, and 9th.
7th, 8th, and 9th. So
Pump Boys and Dinettes musical.
And you're in it again.
Shh.
I'm sorry, is it a secret?
No.
All right, you're in it again.
I am.
And
I enjoy that. They give me little tiny parts here and there, and I get to be Uncle Bob this year, and I get to eat pie on stage, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, so I just got to play the whole Hunter giggling over there because I was giggling in my head. I could see you as Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
And what kind of pie?
Cherry and pumpkin and apple, whatever I want.
Like many different kinds?
Yeah.
All right. Well, takes all kinds of pie.
Mm-hmm. No, they've been working hard. I'm bummed that we have to postpone a little bit, but excited to see how they perform.
So Dellett's now on the mound. Big hit, left field side, 2 runners, and it's going to drop, and he calls it fair, and trying to get to second is Hansen, and she does.
Well, official score, what are you calling that one?
A single.
Are you?
Yep. I mean, I could be talked out of it, but
What? How did you get to second then? What are you calling that?
an unplayed ball by two fielders.
I don't know. I'd have to say a double.
All right. You're the official scorer. So Sophie Perreno now at the plate, the first baseman.
We got to talk about these things now because J.C. Lynn was a little upset.
Well,
about how you called last game.
How I called it properly in the last game. Per the rules.
Well, she didn't see it that way.
And when I played, I probably would have felt the exact same way when I was trying to make sure my stats were there. So trust me, I totally get it. As I told her, I was just happy to know that the players go back and watch the games.
Yeah, right.
So that excited me right there. Ball put into play, hit to the second baseman, and over to Juan. She's going to be safe.
Brendo showing her speed.
And
It's
that
an
moved,
RBI.
And that moved Hansen all the way around. So Perreno with, as Tim just said, with the RBI. And coming to the plate is going to be the catcher, Bailey Peterson. Peterson with a 1-3 put out in the first inning.
But again, that first at-bat that she had, even though it was a 1-3 put out, it's on a full count. So she was able to give Lind and Walsh and Rodberg a good look at what Delich had to offer.
That was a 7-pitch count. High for a ball. So 2-0. Delich delivers. Ball put into play down into right field all the way to the fence. That should score Parendo and give Bailey a triple. So Bailey Peterson with a 3-bag RBI. And she's now in scoring position for J.C. Lynn to come to the plate and continue to add to her average.
Yeah, we're seeing production all through this lineup here for the Rails.
Ball 1 down in the dirt. That's right, I said it.
The rubber pellets.
Well, dirt is better than saying the brown portion of the turf. High for ball 2. Bouncer to the catcher for ball 3. 3-0 the count. Lind with a single and a stolen base in her first at bat. And she looks at her first strike.
Yeah, I think if you're Delich, you're kind of wondering anything you throw, it's a strike for the most part. It's been hit hard. So you got to find ways to get the Rails batters to swing like that and hit some dribblers here and there. It'd be a double play.
Double play ball as Lynn puts it in play right in front of the pitcher. Throws it to first, and first throws it home and catches Peterson.
Not necessarily the play you'd want to take that risk on. Aggressive move, but it takes a good throw and good tag to get her out. So nice job by the Golden Bears.
So Maddie Walsh, the pitcher now, coming to the plate. Walsh with a home run in her first at-bat, 2 RBI. Big swing, trying to help herself out with a strike 1. Delich ready to deal now. Fires. Comes high for a ball.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd throw that high ball to Walsh. It's liable to
not land.
Be hit close to us again.
Down and low is ball 2, so 2-1 the count.
Granted, a solo shot wouldn't be the end of the world, but when you're down 5-0 already, might want to walk her and take your chances. Yep.
And she does on a 5-pitch walk. On bag anyway, right?
Yeah. So we'll have a pinch runner for Walsh. Courtesy runner, I guess you'd call it.
I think that is what we would call it. And coming to the plate is the shortstop, Peyton Rodberg. Rodberg had a double her first at-bat. Ball 1 is in the dirt. I can check it out and see if I can get a jersey number for you. 18.
So that would be Patterson. Patterson running for Walsh. Another soft roller, not going to be in time.
And now the Golden Bears just kind of throw it around a little bit. And now it'll be picked up, and it'll hold the runners, and runners at first and second. So Rodberg with a slow roller moves Walsh to second.
So another weakly hit ball, but the Rails' speed just puts a lot of pressure on that Golden Bear defense to get there quick and make a throw that's just not in time.
So Anna now, the left fielder, coming to the plate. She flew out to center her first at bat, and runners will move up. So runners on second and third, 2 outs, and Anna at the plate. Anna fouls it off the right side. Strike one, 1-1.
So what are the ground rules here? If it is that whole area? Oh, I see they got tape there. Okay.
Yeah, they got the caution tape.
Yeah, I can see it now. So anything to the dugout you can catch.
Correct.
Okay.
High for a ball 2. Two and 1 the count. Delich fires low for ball 3. And Anna's looking at a 3-1 count.
Good opportunity here for Anna to hit a ball hard, find a gap, get those 2 RBIs in.
Ball in the dirt, and that'll walk the bases loaded for Kenzie Gunderson.
Good opportunity here for Kenzie to, as a senior, give her team a boost here.
So, first pitch is a ball. Big swing by Gunderson. Strike 1.
That was a good pitch by Delich. Struggling to find the zone. Gunderson recognized that, thinking she's going to come with a fastball down the middle. She throws a little changeup, and Gunderson swings right over the top.
Gunderson hits it, puts it into play over to first base. No one there to cover, and then finally they converge on first base for the out. That'll be a 4-3 put out. Go ahead.
I'm counting.
1 run, 3 hits, no errors.
4 hits.
All right.
2 runs. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors, 3 left on base.
That's what I had.
Yeah, okay. You can go with that.
That's what I had. Man.
Don't you miss me in the booth with you?
So at the end of 2, the Rails lead 5-0 over the Golden Bears from Eveleth-Gilbert. Our next broadcast then with the play, which was an on-demand anyway, but that's being pushed back, is going to be Monday, April 26th with softball versus Greenway. It'll be a 4:30 start right here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. I have for one. I don't know how you feel about it, Tim, but I'm hoping that we're still playing on the turf at that time, just for setup purposes.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Rails seem to be successful up here. Not to say they wouldn't be successful on the dirt down there, but things are just a little more consistent up here in terms of hops. And
so the designated player to lead off for the Golden Bears, Marissa Anderson, number 36, and she's looking at a 1-1 count. Walsh back to work. And Anderson with a big cut to run 1 and 2. Ball put into play. Walsh can't handle it. Now she gets it, picks it up, fires it over to first. And Preno there waiting for a 1-3 put out. Coming to the plate for the Golden Bears, the third baseman, Joey Westby.
Just a lone hit in the second inning by Thompson so far for the Golden Bears.
Looks like the JV's getting some warm-up action over here. So Walsh now ready to start the at-bat. Foul ball by Westby. So first pitch contact.
You almost play both games on this turf at one time.
You could almost. High upstairs for a ball.
Strike. She swung.
Oh, did she? Not bad.
It was more of a defensive swing.
I didn't
up
think
in the
she,
zone. Up
I
and
didn't
in.
think she came. That's all.
All right. Here's the next pitch, right down the middle. Strike number one. Oh, man. Welcome back.
It's good to be back. So 1-1 count now to Roberts. Fouls it back over the right side. So Walsh with that last strikeout to Westby adds to her total.
We have a 3-star show in this?
We haven't. Well, we can.
I think we should.
All right. And another strikeout by Walsh in another 1-2-3 inning for the Rails. Let me guess. No runs, no hits.
Correct.
No errors.
Correct.
No one left.
Correct.
Yes, I do miss you in the booth. So going into the, I don't even know where I'm
Bottom of third.
Bottom of third. I knew that part. We're going to have 7, 8, 9. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after a word from one of our sponsors.
No matter which learning model we are in, Proctor Public Schools is ready to make your education what it's always been, filled with innovation and opportunities. We see great things in our students. We see great things for our future. At Proctor Public Schools, we are rail strong.
The volume is not bumping. There we go. Back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. Tim Roweeder, Hunter Kiefin, and Bernice Childers, thanks for being here. Glad to have all of you here to help us with our broadcast.
Wouldn't want to be anywhere else, Ted.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. Beautiful day. Egerdahl Field. Our student athletes competing. Doesn't get any better.
All right.
I could have better company, but
why would you say that about Hunter? It kind of hurt. It didn't feel real well. So leading off the bottom of the third inning is the third baseman, Annika Burke. Burke with a 6-3 putout in her first at bat in the first inning. And takes the first pitch from Delich down and low for ball one. Ball two to Burke.
I was going to ask our trainer, Evan, if he got a medal.
For
the
showing
Mirage.
up, or
For the Mirage. He was there.
foul ball down the third base line for strike one is Burke. So 2-1.
He was integral in that whole process.
Of course he was, as he is with all of our athletes.
I don't think he did.
You don't think he got a medal?
No.
He should have. I just see him down there in the dugout.
He dug one out of the turf the other day. He made the Rails TV Sports Center from the shortstop to first, and that is going to be a 6-3 put out of Burke for the first out of the inning.
You have a Rails TV Sports Center?
We did. We did den and everything because he, as Evan was on the inside of the fence standing by whoever standing there, the ball hopped. I came on a hop to him, and he stepped out, picked it up, and he made the highlight reel. Straight up and straight down was Hansen's pitch, hit for a P4. And coming to the plate will be the first baseman, Sophie Parendo.
Kind of a dangerous play there. Both second baseman and first baseman converged. Not very good communication there.
Delich pitch. And foul ball up and over their left shoulder.
Well, Delich has kind of changed her approach here now. Instead of trying to pitch around the Rails hitters, just kind of going right after them, saying, go ahead and hit it. We'll play some defense. So a little faster pace this inning.
0-1. Takes a ball, 1-1. It's the one addition of having that crowd mic out on the field is we found out even on Saturday, hearing the JVs warm up. Took a little bit of trying to concentrate here. So 2-1. Ball put into play all the way to the left center fence. And with a stand-up double is Parendo.
Sophie with a good game going. We had a RBI single in the second inning and now a double here with 2 outs. Now we're back to the top.
Bailey Peterson coming up. 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI. Looks at strike one. Peterson has seen a lot of pitches today.
Mm-hmm. Another good pitch there by Delich.
0-2 the count. Delich fires. Ball hit sharply to the right side. Foul ball. So Peterson fighting to stay alive.
Yeah, that pitch had her fooled. She was able to keep the bat in the zone long enough just to hit the ball at the very end of the bat. Kind of corkscrewed away from her into foul territory.
Down the line.
Nice.
And that's going to be, she'll be safe, and she will get a RBI single out of that.
Great piece of hitting there by Bailey. 2-strike count, got another off-speed pitch that she was fooled on the previous pitch and is able to poke it over the first baseman's head. And Rails add another.
So the center fielder, J.C. Lynn, coming to the plate as Bailey Peterson will get a pitch runner.
Stolen base there.
That is number 30.
Which would be Lauren Johnson.
Lauren Johnson, the
freshman.
pitch runner, with a stolen base. Here's the pitch from Delich. Ball put into play to the second baseman. Comes up with it clean and over to first for a 4-3 putout is of J.C. Lynn, and that'll end the inning.
Rails get another one, though. One run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. That's what you had, too?
That's what I had.
You're cheating. You copied off of mine.
I was done before you.
You were not.
Anyway, we're having the battle of who's got the stat book. And he thinks because he's the principal, he gets to have final say.
You're the executive producer here.
So, Hunter, jump on the mic for a minute. Tell us how you, what do you think of our broadcast class and being part of the live broadcast and such?
Well, it's definitely a new experience for me, being in my first year, but I've found it pretty fun so far. You know, I enjoy being out here and just being able to be involved in everything.
Absolutely. And has it brought you to any conclusions of something you might want to do for a career?
I have been thinking about going into some sort of sports journalism type job, something to do with sports really in general. As long as I'm around sports, I'm pretty happy.
Very cool. Well, we're glad that you're here. Glad you're part of it.
You're also on the golf team.
I am, yep.
You were just saying today that it's a beautiful day to be on the golf course. So.
Yes,
saying that you wish you wouldn't have signed up for this broadcast.
Yep.
Well, that's okay. Maybe we can go to the driving range after.
Or something like that.
Or something like that. All right, back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field, top of the 4th inning. It is going to be 2-3-4. Lotniger up to the plate first. Struck out her first at-bat.
Along with 6 others. 7 others. 7 other strikeouts. So 6 other strikeouts.
Correct.
I'll get to it eventually.
It's just a matter of whether the path will show itself. So 0-2 to jump out quick is Matty Walsh, trying to add to that strikeout total. 0-2 got high for a ball. But when we get back on the 26th for baseball, or pardon me, with softball against Greenway, then we have a nice 3.5 week run to finish up the season and be able to cap things off.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the baseball team. Anthony Bush's second year after last year not being able to play. I know he's excited to get this group out there. Got some, Connor Pavlovich, who's committed to Scholastica to play baseball. Be fun to watch him play along with some of these other younger players that are on the team.
Absolutely. Now batting the pitcher, Lydia Delich. Delich struck out looking her first at bat. One and one is the count. Walsh leans in and fires. Ball put into play. Picked up by Hansen, out at 1 to Prendo.
Good range there by Hansen. We had to go to her right. And good strong throw over to Prendo at first.
So 4-3 put out there. And again, we have yet to have a Golden Bear, except for one time, get on bag. Walsh fires. Strike. Oh and 1. Thompson, the hitter, the left fielder. Outside and low is the call for a ball. 1 and 1 is the count. Thompson was the lone on bag with a double her last at bat. Puts this one in play again to right center. And having a problem with it was Gunderson. And Lynn goes and helps, gets it, and in with another double is Thompson.
Yeah, almost to the same spot. She hit it to right last time, got past Gunderson, and this time Gunderson and Lind struggled with a little, allowed Hobson to stretch it to a double.
So coming up to the plate for the Golden Bears, the first baseman, Emily Kemp. Kemp struck out looking her last at bat. Big cut foul ball right side. I'm going to say it because Hunter will make fun of me if I don't. Really glad we put that fence up. The city put that fence. We've saved a lot of baseballs and softballs this way. One ball gets away, and the runner will advance to third on a pass ball or on a wild pitch. Walsh fires.
Yeah, I bet the polar bears are not happy down at the zoo that we put that fence up, because for years they've been getting baseballs and softballs
to play with and chew on.
From the Kingsbury Creek that goes from here down to the zoo.
Walsh fires high, and that ball gets up and away again on a wild pitch. But, of course, as we talked earlier, that short backstop, runner's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, Bailey's had to stretch quite a bit on some of these rise balls, and just doesn't have a long enough arm on some of them.
Fouled back as they pitch as Kemp tries to stay alive. So now a full count to Kemp. Only seen two others of those in this game. That was right off the bat against Roberts and Loniger in the first inning.
Nice pitch.
And gets her to swing. That's another strikeout for Walsh, and that'll do it.
No runs, one hit, no errors, one person left on.
At the end of
3.5.
4.5.
3.5.
27.5.
3.5.
We have a score 6-0 Rails. We'll be back after a message from one of our sponsors.
Protect your investments this winter with an enclosed trailer from Wittis Trailer Sales, located in Esco. We also sell cargo trailers, utility trailers, snowmobile trailers, and much more. Did you know we stock a full line of Heinecker snowplows? While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Don't forget about our service center, ready to tackle jobs of any size. Wittis Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Hi, I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
Back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field, the Rails lead the Golden Bears of EVELETH-GILBERT 6-0 going into the bottom of the fourth inning. Coming up to bat for the Rails are going to be pitcher Maddie Walsh, the shortstop Peyton Rodberg, and left fielder Presley Anila, as they continue to try to add runs to the current 6-0 lead that they have. So Maddie Walsh, who just recorded her, how many strikeouts she got this game now, Hunter? 8th strikeout of the game, is going to get on bag and continue to help herself with a single to the shortstop.
Yeah, tough play. The third baseman tried to cut it off, but ball slid right under her glove, and Walsh able to get on. Now she'll be relieved again by Patterson as the courtesy runner.
Rodberg will come to the plate now, 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double. And looks at strike one. Looked like a fat meatball.
Not what she was looking for.
No. So 0-1 the count. Runner goes and is going to get in safe on a swinging strike by Rodberg.
That's the third stolen base of the game for the Rails.
Sure is. Delich delivers, and that's hot, way high in the back to the backstop, and on that wild pitch will advance the runner to third.
Now that's a rise ball if I've ever seen one.
I would concur. 1-2 the count. Ball headed over to right field, and the right fielder's there to get it and will tire the runner, but the runner will tag up and score from third and add another run as Rodberg will get a RBI.
So a nice job by Rodberg getting that run, knowing the situation. And again, getting it out to the outfield to allow Patterson to take up. So they had another run, so we are now 7-0.
And to the plate, the left fielder, Presley Anila. Anila 0 for 2 today.
Any word on the scoreboard? When are we going to see that again?
From what I'm told, when it's done.
Oh, okay. Good.
And when it's done, it has no meaning of like yet this season, sometime this summer. It's just when it's done.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the scoreboard, right? It's just the base.
I think it was just the base, correct.
Car ran into it.
Got a little slippery.
Mm-hmm.
So 3-1 now to Anila. And Delich runs the count full. In the dirt, going to Walker. And Anila will take off down to first on a 6-pitch walk.
You know, when I coach baseball with Coach Bush, you know, he's a big student of the game in terms of traditional. He likes the game played the right way, and anytime said I drew a walk or got walked, he'd correct you and say, no, that's a base on balls because you don't walk. You run to first.
You run to first. Ball put into play down the third base line. That's off the third baseman. And that'll... Kenny Gunderson will get on. What do you got there?
E5.
I knew you'd say that. And coming to the plate, the third base, number 8, Annika Burke. Burke is 0 for 2 today with 2 identical 6-3 putouts. And that ball's hit out to the left field fence. And she's going to be safe. Runners will advance. And now the question is will they sit? As Anila will score. Gunderson will move up to third and Burke to second on a single.
You know, had Anila been thrown out at the plate, Coach Joyce would have had a pretty good argument for interference as Anila was rounding third. I don't know if it was a shortstop or third baseman. She ran into her as she was rounding the base, so would have been interesting. I don't know if the umpire had seen that, would have seen that, but only one umpire here today.
Yeah, that's tough to do. Yeah, I know that in talking with Matt Solberg, our Dean of Students and umpire for the area for both softball and baseball, that I know that they were talking last weekend's games. There was like 42 games or 52 games, and they had like 38 umpires, and they weren't sure how they were going to do it. So super small numbers for the umpires this year. He said way down, just over half of what they normally have, and that there were going to be a lot of games like this where it was going to be a one-man crew instead of a two-man crew. So now back to play. Delich delivers ball 1.
There's always lots of umpires in the bleachers.
What? Ball
Hunter,
1.
you're an ump, right? So you know that.
He is an ump.
You are an ump, yes. So why aren't you down there?
Would you rather me be down there or up here?
I don't know.
I know that you
down there pays more.
I was just going to say, down there you get paid more.
I'm getting a grade up here, though.
True.
That is true.
And a lifelong experience. Oh, sorry.
2-0 the count in the dirt for ball 3.
I have to say, I saw yesterday Sam Larson.
I saw that.
Yeah, got an internship with KBJR.
And
this
where
summer.
did he get his start for 2 years?
I know.
Rails
he
TV.
was one of the first crews of Rails TV.
Yep, him and Ben.
Ben Nyland and Boyd Billman.
Yeah, it was
Sam Mulvane.
Yeah, Sam was a little later, but yeah, it was. I can remember when Sam.
Garrett Mulvane.
Yeah, Garrett.
Yeah.
Ball put into play. That's going to get through the shortstop and allow 1 to score. Here comes the second, and scoring on the hit is Burke and Gunderson, and that'll be a 2 RBI single for Hansen.
Nice piece hitting there by Hansen. Hits it hard up the middle. 2 for 3 in the day.
Hard hit now on the ground by Parendo. Gets through again through the second baseman. And that's going to be Hansen. That's going to move up to the corner at third. And the Rails now have runners on the corner. And Parendo on a 3 for 3 day.
Yeah, let's not do a 3-star show because we're going to need more than 3.
Yeah, it would be a tough way to go. First pitch, single there for Parendo. What I was going to say while we have this, the one that I'll always remember in those early broadcasts is when we went to Cloquet, and they've got that little cutout corner for the coaches, and you were like right behind the coaches, and behind you in that little closet space was Sam and Ben Nyland, and I was actually standing out in the hall by their camera trying to do a broadcast, and it was quite interesting. But hey, we made it work.
Yeah, we did. It was a heck of a game too, if I remember right.
Yep, ran everything off a hotspot with one little camera and a soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
Back before we got too big for our britches.
Yeah.
So
look at us now.
Yeah, look at us now. Thank you to the district for this nice new broadcasting area here at Egerdahl. Appreciate that. Technically year 2. Well, in theory year 3, but year 2. It's nice to have.
Looks like we have a new pitcher for the Golden Bears.
Can you read that number? Looks like 2-2.
It does look like 2-2. So Ava Thompson will come in and pitch. She'll inherit 2 runners on base.
Looks like Ava Thompson will go into pitch, and it looks like Delich will move to left field.
So a rough outing for Delich. 10 runs. Give it up. So this will be Thompson's first action on the mound here this year, as Delich pitched the whole game against Mountain Iron.
So we got 3 1/3 for her, huh?
Correct.
But yeah, so we've come a long way. Just saw the new graphics for the trailer wrap. I don't know if you've seen those yet or not. They look pretty slick.
Is that for the Rails TV trailer or for just our regular trailers?
For the Rails TV trailer and the athletic trailer.
Cool.
And the community ed trailer.
I didn't see the Rails TV one, no.
I'll send you the link. Looks pretty cool. So back to the top of the order here in the bottom of the fourth. Bailey Peterson, the catcher, with runners on the corner. Takes first pitch for a ball.
Reals threatening to bat around here. Peterson, the 8th batter of the inning.
Thompson delivers. Big strike there to Peterson. So again, hoping that Peterson either gets on or a nice long at bat to see these new pitches.
Yeah, it's the person you want to have up with the new pitcher coming in. Your leadoff hitter. Then again, the first inning, a 7-pitch at bat to give Lind, Walsh, and Rodberg a good opportunity to see Delich's pitches, and now she's doing it again with Thompson coming in to pitch and working the count deep.
So 2-1 now, the count to Peterson. Thompson fires. Going to look at a strike and go 2-2. High and outside, ball 3 for a full count. Coming into this bat, Peterson 2 and 3 on the day. Inside for ball 4, and she'll get a base on balls, which will push the bases loaded, as Preno's now at second and Hanson on third. Coming to the plate, the center fielder, senior captain J.C. Lind.
She's had 2 at-bats where they had 2 kind of weak hit balls, and she's probably looking to drive something here. Get a little more bat on it.
Right back at Thompson. And Thompson, or the catcher, can't handle it. That's what Anna Westby can't handle it. And so the run will score, and Peterson, or pardon me, Lind will get on at first.
So a fielder's choice and an error. And now Walsh, their second at bat of the inning. Bases loaded. Force out at third, run will score.
And at the plate will be the shortstop, number 3, Peyton Rodberg. Rodberg 2 for 3 with a stolen base, and she flew out to right field her last at bat. Big hit is by out to left, but underneath it is Delich, and she'll get that third out as Rodberg pops up to the left.
I have 6 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 2 left on.
That's what I had too.
I figured it was.
And at the end of 4, the Rails are leading 12-0 over the Golden Bears. We'll be back after a word from one of our sponsors. Community Club Polling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies, Heritage Window and Door, Wittes Trailer Sales, Great Lakes Office Solutions, LendSmart Mortgage, Stream Dudes, the Rob and Barb Schaller Charitable Foundation, Audiology Concepts, and Troy Service Center. Back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. And yes, I'm glad to have you back in the booth.
Sure.
Sure. Oh, starting off the top of the fifth is going to be Thean, Baudette, and Anderson for the Golden Bears. Still trying to get on the board, and as they are down 12-0.
Well, if Maddie Walsh has her way, it'll be a quick inning, and the Rails will move to 4-0. So far, she's had her way all game except for Thompson, the only batter to get on base twice with doubles.
Again, our next broadcast after tonight will be the 26th of April, when we'll be right back here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field for softball with the Rails facing off against the Greenway Raiders. And I believe the count is 2-2. Walsh delivers, gets a big swing and another strike for Walsh to add to her totals. Coming to the plate, the right fielder, number 19, Anna Baudette.
Hunter has 9 strikeouts on there. I have 10 with that strikeout with the putout at first. It still gets credit for a strikeout.
I have the same thing. I have 10.
Fine.
And, sorry, Baudette takes strike 1. And now a ball, 1-1. Ball hit sharply down the right field line, gets in, and trying to make the play.
Still made that close.
So Baudette with the 3rd hit for the Golden Bears today.
And coming to the plate, the designated player is Marissa Anderson. Had a 1-3 put out in her first at-bat. So Lauren Johnson now in center field for the Rails. And J.C. Lynn moved over to right. Big foul ball there by Anderson. On a 1-1 count. That's where I was messed up. That didn't look like Gunderson. And I was like, okay, what happened? So I had to see where the defensive changes happened. Ball hit into play. That's going to get to Rodberg. Rodberg's going to get her at second. I'm not sure, but as we talk about, we can't officiate from 14 rows up. In this case, we can't officiate from way over here. So fielder's choice. And now coming to the plate is Joey Westby, the third baseman.
Are you switching cameras when they hit?
Oh, I've been right here the most time. My bad. So now 0-1 now.
So sorry.
People are going to want to come be part of this because we have so much fun. 0-2 now the count with 2 outs. Runner at first. And that's going to do it.
11 Ks. No runs, 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on. 3-hitter for Matty Walsh.
That's a good game. 11 strikeouts, 3 hits. And like you said, top to bottom, as we started in the beginning, talked about at the beginning of the game through now, just solid lineup top to bottom for the Rails.
Yeah, I mean, everybody contributed offensively up and down the lineup. Delich, I would say, is probably a decent pitcher in the area, and the Rails, again, jumped out right away with 3 in the first, and by the 4th inning, had her timed up, and she really wasn't fooling us much, and we were able to pile on the runs.
Absolutely. So, without putting up a lower third or anything, if you, I know there are a lot, but if you had to have your 3 stars, and I said you have to pick 3, who are your 3 stars for today's contest?
Well, you got to go Walsh, both offensively and defensively. Would be my number 1 star. I'm going that way, just to make you mad. She opened the first inning with that 2-run home run, and they got the scoring going, and just from the pitching performance, 11 Ks, made the Eveleth batters swinging defensively, off balance, all that stuff, with the exception of Thompson. But after that, I'd have to look at Parendo with 3 hits and 3 runs scored in that 9 spot. As one that would have to get some consideration. And I honestly, Bailey Peterson to me stood out, just not only as a catcher with Walsh and that battery between them, but just offensively. Like I said, from the first inning on, she had an at bat every inning, and each at bat it was a tough out. And that she walked and had 2 hits, and then that first at bat of the game, like I said, to make Delich show her hand and all the pitches that she had was something that benefited our hitters and the rest of the lineup.
Absolutely, and our 3 stars were almost identical. I just had Peterson and Parendo swapped, but yeah, all 3 of those there. And I only reason I go Peterson in that 2-hole for that second star is just for, like you said, offensively and defensively, with that connection with Walsh is going to be so huge now and in the future with this pair that it was just on both sides of the ball there.
Yeah, that's always bothered me in baseball history, or in when they talk about guys with no hitters and all that stuff. The catchers play a huge role in that.
They get no love.
I know.
It's just not fair.
That should be a stat for like the Hall of Fame, is how many no hitters you caught, and things like that, instead of just the pitchers getting the recognition. It's like the sidekick, Batman and Robin. It's no, Batman gets no glory if Robin's not there.
That is true. Gotta have a good wingman.
Just like Tim and Ted, you're the sidekick.
Well, I'm going to give you that one. I'm not even going to argue with it tonight because nobody wants to hear us babble about that one. So, first off, I want to thank our students for being here. Thank you to Hunter Kiefit and to Bernice Childers, who is upstairs. Luckily, good weather, but then again, camera would have been inside if not. So thank you to the students for being here, because without our students, we don't have a program. Also want to make sure we thank our sponsors: Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin; Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco; Troy Service Center, Main Street, Proctor; Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown; the Rob and Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation; the Irving Community Club Polling for Kids; Great Lakes Office Solutions; the Reed Foundation; the Rails Endowment for Arts, Academic, and Athletic Development; Audiology Concepts with 5 locations: Superior, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Edina, and Burnsville; LendSmart Mortgage; and Stream Dudes. Huge tip of the hat to Stream Dudes for everything they've helped us accomplish with our equipment and things like that. We got we've been very lucky. So, folks, if you want to do any streaming in this time of COVID, or your kids are doing streaming stuff, give John and Chris a look down there at StreamDudes, streamdudes.com, and they will help you and answer questions for you. Tell them Rails TV sent you, because they are a good group of folks to have on your side. So with that, Tim, any final words?
No, I'm excited to keep watching this softball team for the Rails. Again, a lot of offensive power and great pitching by Maddie, and they have a chance to do some damage here once playoff time comes.
Absolutely. Well, on behalf of myself, for Tim, Hunter, and Renise, thank you for joining us. Again, we'll be back on the air on the 26th of April when we have softball against Greenway right here at Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field. Until then, thanks for stopping by.